The Gift of Acabar, 오그 만디노. The Gift of Acabar. Chapter 2. Pedamattis had carved a small pair of skis for his son soon after the child took his first stumbling step. Like all other lap children, Tulu mastered the small wooden runners quickly, and before he was 3 years old, he could ski all the way to Ravik's village store and return without assistance. By his fifth birthday, Tulu could handle a lasso well enough to rope any reluctant reindeer. Peda also taught him how to fish through ice, how to use and care for his knife, how to cure a reindeer hide, how to chew sinew into twine, and how to raise their summer tent. Later, Feder schooled him in the art of controlling a platformed sledge and in the techniques for tracking their hated enemy, the wolf, including the use of his ski pole to defend himself and their reindeer against any attacker. The Pedro and Inga Matis, who still held to the proud custom of the same people, the reindeer was the most important element in their lives, standing no more than 4 feet tall and weighing less than 300 pounds when full grown. This amazing but timid creature could endure a climate that would kill most of domesticated animals. The Matis herd, numbering nearly 200, provided milk and meat, clothing, and even money when some were sold at the annual fall roundup. Nothing of the reindeer was ever wasted. His tongue was used for stew, the blood was dried for the dogs, the bone marrow was a delicacy for teething children, and the horn were carved into knife handles and art objects. The year passed swiftly, and the fortune of the Machu family was exceedingly good. Each summer, they migrate with their animal to the bountiful green foothill several days' journey from Kalbala. And while they camped on the mountain slopes, warmed by the midnight sun, the reindeer thus brought forth many calves. Both their herd and their happy memories multiplied with the passing seasons. Tulu's fondest recollection, however, were not of the sun-drenched day, those sun-drenched days and nights on the mountains, but of the dark days and nights of winter, when the sun disappeared for more than 2 months, and father and son watched over their reindeer in the rolling hills, called Pales, near their village cabin in Kabbalah, burrowed deeply into the snow to escape the savage wind and freezing cold. Father and son would sit close to their small fire and brew hot coffee. Then Feda would watch with undisguised amusement as the lad tried to emulate him by holding a lump of sugar between his teeth while drinking the scalding liquid. As with everything else Tulu attempted, he soon mastered this difficult same caution. One quiet night, while the reindeer endlessly foraged and fought through the snow in search of their favorite moss. Tullu lay close to his father with his head resting on Feda's side. After starting at the heavens of several months, he asked, Papa, how many stars are there? I don't know, son. Millions, I imagine. Are they very far away? They are so far away, but so far away that if the swiftest bird flew directly at one from here, he could not reach it in his lifetime. How big are the stars? Your grandfather, who was very wise, once told me that while our sun is more than 100 times larger than this earth, it is considered only a small star compared to the size of some you see up there. Papa, why does our sun go away and leaves us in darkness for so many weeks every winter and then return and shine on us day and night in the summer? Father shook his head helplessly. Tullu, you must remember that there were no schools here when I was your age. I am not sure how to answer you, but I believe it has something to do with how our world tilts toward the sun and then away from it at different times of the year and how we are located near the top. He reached down and tenderly ran his finger across the child's face. Your mama says that the months of darkness and cold we endure are a small price to pay for living on the roof of the world, so close to God. Yes, I know, Papa. If the sun went away one winter but did not return the spring, what would happen to us? Peda slowly tamed tobacco into his pipe and wasted several matches before it was lit. As he exhaled a long cloud of pungent smoke, he replied, If the sun did not return, I'm afraid we would soon perish. Why? Because no plant could grow in the darkness, and if there were no grass and willow and moss, our reindeer would starve. Without them, we would have no food or clothing or money, and life would be impossible here for any reindeer family. Tulu pondered his father's word and then asked, Could God stop the sun from coming back to us in the spring if he wanted to? God can do everything, my son. After another brief silence, Papa, I just saw a star fly across the sky and then disappear. Are those very small stars that do that? Yes, I believe so. If they are small, do they ever land here so that you can see how they look and maybe even touch them? Papa sighed. I do not know, Tulu. Papa, I would like to know more about the stars, the sun, and God, and everything. On the following morning, while the son was still in bed, Peter leaned across the table and grasped both his wife's hand, puzzled by her husband's unusual silence during breakfast. Inga tilted her head and waited. Inga, I don't know whether it's because his mind is so bright or I am so stupid. But already Tulu is asking questions of me that I am unable to answer. I realize he is not scheduled to begin school until next fall, but I do not think he should wait. Let us enroll him now. If this is your wish, Peda, want you to have been very close. The separation will not be easy for either of you. One must be, must be. Our world here is changing. Our grazing lands are growing smaller and smaller, and our people can move no further north, or we shall be in cold waters. The tourists are coming with the new highway. The factories are mining people, and power plants are already near. Now we have electricity instead of oil for our lamps, and airplane flying over our heads. Yesterday, I heard talk of something called a snowmobile that can travel over the snow faster than any reindeer or man on skis. Tulu must be educated as soon as possible to commit a new way of life he cannot avoid. And you? Me? I shall never change. I'll be a reindeer man until I die. But not a lonely one. What do you mean? Inga rose and began stocking the dishes. Then he leaned over a frowning husband, seized his nose between her thumb and forefinger, and gently squeezed it. I mean, Mr. Professor, then soon you will have another small pupil to follow you around while Tulu is in school.